Hello everyone, this is Miss Time Bunny, and today I'm finally getting around to recording my Q&A video. Now I know I've mentioned this a couple of times on Twitter, trying to get people to sort of like drum up some questions for me, but I'm finally getting the opportunity to actually sit down and film, because the last sort of few weekends I've had off, I've either not been well or I've been away, or I've just felt a bit and just not felt like filming, just due to like sort of mental health and stuff, so I just needed to have a bit of time out. But I'm here, finally, recording, so let's get on and I'll start reading questions out. I will try, if I remember, everyone who asked me questions, if I can remember, I will try and link everyone down in the description with their YouTube channels or social media, but I can't promise. I will try and remember if I can. So, but right, first question is from Tony at Silvertronic Collector, or Richtronic Collector as he used to be originally known as on the YouTubes. Right, his question is, well, it's like a sort of more of a two-parter. First part is, where do you see your YouTube channel in 5 years' time? Well, I hope to still be sort of doing what I'm doing, you know, just uploading random shenanigans, you know. I mean, I'm hoping to do more live streaming this year, because I had a little bit of a break due to reasons, and I did hope to sort of start live streaming again last month in January, but the distro on my PlayStation 4 decided, nope, fuck you, I'm not going to work anymore, and keep spitting games out. I mean, one minute it'll be fine, and the next minute it will have a day where it keeps going, nah, fuck you, I'm not playing anymore, sort of thing, you know. You know, so yeah, I ended up not being able to start live streaming again this year as early as I planned, because I've had to think like, right, okay, what have I got available on digital download? What can I download for free or cheap? To try and get some games together to start streaming again. So I'm hoping to do more live streams. Sort of like, for those of you that are wondering, Tomb Raider and Thief will be coming to the channel, but they're going to unfortunately have to wait until I get a new PS4 with a working disc drive. So unless I can find the digital downloads dirt cheap somewhere, then I might have to do it that way. But so yeah, probably more going to be doing like just more live streams in general if I can, like gaming live streams, and then maybe just like general chat live streams where maybe I'll just be like doing whatever's, you know, maybe just having a bit of a sort of coffee tea break chat, heart to heart, story times, general rants, which you've probably noticed have been appearing on the channel recently, and then just like more of the stuff that I usually do, like my little mini travel vlogs when I go away, and you know, sort of hopefully pick-up videos will be coming back. So in 5 years' time, I'll probably, hopefully, if I've not evolved into anything else, I'll probably be just doing more of, you know, what I'm doing really. Sort of like basically rant videos, sort of like live stream, just a cup of tea and chat kind of thing, like chat and chill, as it were. Giving my videos, giving my opinions on latest like shenanigans going on, live stream, gaming ones, travel vlogs, you know, just all my usual shenanigans basically. So I mean, whether or not I'm going to be like sort of famous is just like, that's not important to me, to be honest. You know, it's like, if I do somehow manage to pull a PewDiePie and become famous, then great. If I don't, then I'll just be doing more of what I'm doing really. So, and the second part from Tony is, what is your all-time favourite movie and why is it your favourite? Oh, now this is tricky because I think I have lots of stuff I really, really like. Yeah, I think it'd be difficult for me to pick just one, to be honest. So a quick scan through me whatnots. Oh, it's difficult. I don't know, probably one of my favourites that I could pick out would be The Goonies. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it's just a reflection from the light outside in my window. So that's probably like an example of the kind of thing that I like. You know, I couldn't pick just one, but Goonies is like a favourite one of mine. Then we've probably got like Back to the Future, like the box set Blu-ray there. Then we've got like Star Wars, which is another one. This is a complete box. I actually forgot I had this until recently, and I dug it out and I was like, oh yeah, I have that. So. Probably another couple of examples of these ones. Now and Then and Matilda, which I think have been mentioned in previous videos. Sorry about the glare, there we go. But yeah, I mean, there's just too many, Tony, to be honest. As to like, sort of like favourites, you know, and I probably have like, they're favourites for different reasons, because I probably got into them at different stages in life and things like that, so it's more of a case of, I have quite a lot, to be honest, like favourite movies, so I couldn't pick just one, to be honest. But that was a really good question, Tony. I really do appreciate that. So, right, next question is from Alan McCarthy at Streamer Elite. He said, "What kind of head case is your fiance?" Now, for those of you who don't know, Jet Fireside is my fiance. I know I haven't got a ring yet, but you know, in case you haven't already gathered, Alan, she's a great big feckin' head case. So. But hey ho, she's one of the few people that actually stuck around and put up with me, so she must be alright. So, right, next question is from Apathetic Geek, who is a follower of mine on the Twitter. So, and he asked, how does the current crop of games stack up against those released in days gone by? So basically it's more of a case of, what do you think of games now compared to sort of like back when? See, this is a tricky one. It's a case of like, I don't want to say like, oh, you know, they're all really easy or all the this and that. I mean, the thing I like about modern games, comparing them back to the stuff I used to play, like when I used to play things like Sonic the Hedgehog and that, and you know, sort of like the 8-bit graphics, and you compare it to now, where, you know, the characters look almost sort of like realistic, you know. I mean, that's, for me, having grown up and seen that transition, because I mean, I'm just about old enough to remember like things like the Atari and the Spectrum and the Commodore and like the sort of kind of graphics they had, like the very, very, very basic stuff. Now you look at it now, when things look almost real, it's like, I think it's quite fascinating that I've seen it progress over like the 30 odd years, and how sort of like pretty looking they get now. I mean, I think on the bad side, I think sometimes games get rushed now and they get released very glitchy and half finished, which is a shame, because the quality of games back when I used to play them, they didn't seem to have the problems. I mean, yes, okay, there were still games that were released like half finished, and like basically they were only done like half-assed and that. I'm not saying those games didn't exist, but it didn't seem as bad, if that makes sense, you know. Yeah, you had your shovelware and your crap, you know. So, but I think, you know, it's a case of like a bit of a sort of balance, you know, sort of like both sides have their good and their bad things. I mean, yes, as I said, games are so fucking pretty now, especially like with my current obsession, Fallout 4, which is just like, fuck you, Bethesda, you've made me obsessed with Nick Valentine. You know, it's like, why? I've never had that issue with a character. So yeah, I mean, so I think probably like sort of like appearance-wise, games are far prettier now. So, I mean, sort of like there are games like now, like newer games that still do kick my ass, like some of the older games I used to play when I was a kid, like with like Abe and that. Yeah, oh my god, I've never still completed that game, and I'm never gonna forget it or get over it. So, I think it's more of a case of like both sides have their good and bad things. I mean, yes, it's a shame that sort of like, I think the reason why I notice games seem to come out more sort of half-finished and glitchy now is because we have the internet and the social media. So people are more, I think, more pretty vocal about saying, oh, this game's rubbish, get it out from there, you know, sort of throw it out the window, so. But yeah, I think there are sort of like times when games, I think, are easier now compared to how they were. Because I think as I've gotten older, I've found with newer games, I sort of like, there are ones that I'm beating far easier. I mean, I've beaten, I think, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, it's probably like Saints Row 4, you know. Back as a kid, I don't think I actually completed any games, you know, because I got my ass completely kicked a lot of the time. So probably in some respects they have made them a bit easier, because I find it easier to beat games now. I don't know if it's because I'm an adult or whether games are easier now, so who knows. Right, the next question is from the Badger Show. He's got another two-parter. What inspires you to do YouTube? I think it's just nice because it's a free platform where anyone can just sort of take part. And it's just nice to be able to sort of like express myself, even if I don't do it very articulately, and I talk a lot of shit a lot of the time. So I think it's just nice being able to know that there are people out there that are interested in what I've got to say and what I do and how I live my life, and they actually care about what I think. So that's kind of inspiring that there are people that actually vaguely like me. It's like, what do you like me for, you weirdos? Fuck off. You know. And also I've actually made like nice friends as well who like sort of like keep me going and sort of like inspire me and give me random ideas at the weirdest times, you know. So yes, there's lots of things. So, and the second part of his question is, what was it like to be amongst greatness when you went to MCM with the Badger in October? Bitch, please, more like you were like sort of like with me, the great one. I mean, excuse me, just because you've got 1,000 subscribers now, don't be thinking you're all that, girlfriend. So like, just know, and all that. I mean, like, you were hanging out with me and Jet. I mean, come on, come the fuck on, we're awesome. Right, next question was from Blurzek Bonkers, who was another one from the Twitter, who asked, what is your favourite time of year, day, holiday, and why? This is going to sound weird, but I kind of like autumn. That's like sort of my favourite time of year, because it's like, it's case of like, it's in that in-between stage where it's like, you know, it's sort of like still warm enough in that you can sort of like, you don't have to go out in like your full-on woolens and thermals. But it's kind of like that little chill in the air, and you can go like, what I like doing in the autumn is going for walks around parks with a cup of tea, like a takeaway cup of tea, or sitting in coffee shops and watching the world go by, and people sort of like bundled in thick jumpers and like hats and scarves, you know, like running up and down in like their autumn wear, and seeing like the first few leaves falling off the trees and stuff like that, and that kind of stuff. So it's more like, it's in that in-between stage when it's starting to turn a wee bit chilly, but it's still warm enough and that you can get away with wearing, say, like your light jacket, but maybe having to put like a sort of jumper underneath just to sort of give you that little bit of extra layer to keep warm and things like that. And you get to dig out all your autumn wear, like your sort of boots and your thick jumpers, and you can put like a little woolly hat on, you know. So a bit like this. I've taken to wearing this recently because I just cannot be asked to do my hair because I am just really lazy. I admit I'm a lazy bitch. I don't deny this at all. So, right, next question is from Rebecca Tompkins, who, if I remember right, used to call her YouTube channel Mums the Witch. I don't know if it's still called that because I haven't watched your channel in quite a while, to be fair. But so I'll have to double check. But she asked, what would be your ultimate cosplay to do? Oh my god, it would totally be either Hancock or Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. The main reason I haven't done them yet is because obviously it would involve quite a lot of elaborate makeup, because, well, for those of you that have played the game will know why, but for those of you that don't, you know, Nick Valentine's obviously like a synth or basically robot. Don't slap me for saying that, but I'm trying to think of layman's terms. So obviously he has a lot of sort of like robotic parts exposed, and you can sort of like actually see through his neck and see like a lot of cables and stuff whirring around. So obviously there'd be like the special effects makeup in regards to that. And then there's Hancock, who is like a ghoul. Basically he's someone who's been like irradiated, like suffered radiation poisoning, and all his skin's kind of sort of like melted away, and it's like almost like he still has some flesh there, but kind of looks kind of skeletal at the same time. So if I remember, I will try and edit this so that I can add some images in. Just so. Although I haven't got my Funko Pops, I've just thought of that. So this is the Funko Pop version of Hancock, but hopefully that'll kind of give you an idea of sort of kind of how he looks. So. And then we got my Nick, who's just Bay. So yeah, they got obviously like the robotic parts showing. So my Bay, love him. But yeah, that'd probably give you an idea of what I'm on about. But I would just have to... either that, if I couldn't do those two, I think my absolute dream one would be to do the Brotherhood of Steel armour, again from like Fallout, Fallout series in general, like the really cool big armour. I think that would be like my absolute top one to do if I knew how to build it, is like the power armour. I'd fucking love to do that. So yes, I think it's more of a case of they're like the three I'd love to do if I could do it. Right, and like last but not least, we have from Jet Fireside. She's going for her usual shag, marry, kill, John Hurt, Rick Mail, Liam Neeson. It's like, fuck you. It's like, oh, I don't know. Probably marry Rick Mail, because that'd be like fucking mental, wouldn't it? Just having hysterics all the time. I don't know. Shag John Hurt, kill Liam Neeson? I don't know. I'd quite happily bang all three of them. It's like, I don't know, I'm just going to pick a thing. So, I hate it when you do those questions, because I'm always like, nah, I don't know. Right, the other question Jet Fireside asked me was, what 5 video games would you like to turn in, would you make, try that again. What 5 video games would you like made into movies? Give a rough plot to each movie, casting and sex scene. You have to put that in. So, right, because this was turning out to be quite a long-winded answer, and it was just like trying to think of it all, I am going to do that question in a separate video. Because to be honest, it was like, I started making notes, I don't know sort of like how to answer that question, but it was like, my brain was going, nah. So I just like thought, right, fuck it, I'm going to do that question as a separate video. So I will answer that question, but just at a later date because I need to think about it. So, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who's answered. As I said, I will try and link up as much social media, YouTube channels, etc. in the thingamidoodah whatnot description. Like as and when I can. I'm obviously going to have to go through and find everybody again and link up as much as possible. So, but thank you. Hope you enjoyed this. Like, share, subscribe, dislike, leave me hate comments because I fucking love it. I love hate people who hate me. So go for it. You know. I mean, okay, I'll probably delete your comment and block you, but just do it anyway because I could always do with a fucking laugh, to be honest. I mean, if you want to, I mean, I do have links to sort of PayPal donations and Patreon. I don't expect people to give me any money at all. Same with my Amazon wish list I have linked up. I don't expect anyone to give me anything. But it's more of a, it's an option that's there, you know, if anyone wanted to, so. But obviously any sort of donations to the channel are like greatly appreciated because they help me, because I can then obviously use those funds and donations to sort of like keep the channel running, because it sort of gives me more things to do. I mean, I've mentioned on my channel that a fan mail address will be coming. But in the meantime, if you do want to send me anything, please just contact me on social media, like either on Twitter or on YouTube Messenger or on Facebook private like Messenger if you've got me on there. I mean, YouTube messages I don't always look at, but I do sort of pick up eventually, so if it's more of a case if I don't answer straight away, just bear with me. I'm also on Instagram, so it's like I have a couple of means of sort of like people being able to contact me on social media, so if you do want to like a fan mail address to sort of like have sort of like in the meantime, you know, I have about I think 2 or 3 addresses that you could sort of like use in the meantime, as it were. But this video has nearly gone on for 20 minutes now, so I'm going to shut up and I will see you all soon, I hope. Bye!